Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Oceans Reviews here today. So you guys know that I do this sort of video every month, and it's been an ongoing kind of series where I go over... What's going on? What is it? Yeah, there's a dog there. Just making sounds. Anyway, yeah, you guys know that this is a ongoing series that I do every month, really. And yeah, another month just passed, July. So we are doing everything that I watched in the month of July. So I've got my list up here from my Letterboxd account. I always record every sort of film that I watch over the month, so I can prepare these sort of videos. This month was a bit more, it was a bit slow for me. I didn't really watch too many things, but you know, I tried to get through as much as I could. Okay, so let's get through it. As you guys know, I'll have like a photo right here on the side here, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So first movie we've got is The Card Counter. This movie piqued my interest because I saw Oscar Isaac, so I was like, okay, this sounds pretty good. It sounds like it's up my alley, and I sort of like my gambling card movies, as I've mentioned before. Yeah, I wasn't really a huge fan of this film because I felt like it was really like swaying away from sort of the main point of the film. Like, it was venturing off into this side story, which I just wasn't really interested in. But yeah, if you guys have seen this film, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. It sort of has like two main plot points, and whereas Oscar Isaac, he's sort of a amateur. Well, he's not really an amateur. He's sort of like a professional card counter, card player. But then there's this other like plot that's fit into it, and it just doesn't really work that well, and it's kind of uninteresting. So yeah, didn't really enjoy that one. Then we got What's Eating Gilbert Grape. So this was actually pretty good. Leonardo DiCaprio, and this was really good. Apparently a lot of people thought he should have gotten like Best Supporting Actor for this film, but yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was a good movie, good story. So yeah, it was a good film. And then we got Train to Busan. This was a rewatch. Loved this movie. Probably my favorite zombie film as of today. I always sort of go back and revisit this one. This is probably my favorite foreign film as well. Definitely, probably, it's a great zombie film. Watch it if you love your zombies. I highly recommend it. And then we got Nobody. So this was, I wanted to check this out because it seemed kind of interesting. It reminded me a bit of like a John Wick. You know, it was kind of like a John Wick knockoff sort of movie, but it was, you know, it was okay. It was fun. It was good. Some pretty good action scenes and stuff like that. So it was good. Then we watched Memento. This movie was quite interesting. I've never seen anything like this movie before. It's kind of confusing a little bit. It feels a bit like Inception. It's a bit of an Inception type film. But yeah, it's definitely something that I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch, Memento. But I quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was interesting. Something different. Then we've got Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. I didn't even know they released a new Resident Evil movie, so this is like a newer movie that I didn't even know was a thing. But I watched it, and it was really good. The sort of the scenery was really sort of spooky, and it sort of draws you in, and it's quite enjoyable in that aspect. But I think it's kind of, people don't really like it. I didn't really like it either because of like, I guess the acting, and some of the characters don't really match the description of the games, or the like the previous like games. sort of that's the reason why I didn't like it. But definitely the atmosphere was on point for me. I really enjoyed the atmosphere. Gets real horror-esque, super horror-esque, more than any other Resident Evil film, to be honest, I think, that I've ever seen. Then I watched It Could Happen to You. So this was that one of those Nicolas Cage movies that was in that box set that I bought maybe a month ago. So I decided to pop this in the player and I watched that, and yeah, it was good. It was a fun sort of, lighthearted drama type story. Yeah, it was enjoyable. For what it was enjoyable. All right, so next slide. We're on to the second page. So I watched Thor: Love and Thunder. You guys saw a video of me talking about this and what I thought. Wasn't the biggest fan. I'll leave it at that. Then we got Snake Eyes, Nicolas Cage. Yeah, no, I saw this was sort of a movie people were talking about in the Nicolas Cage month. And one that I sort of missed out on, but I found it on streaming, so I just thought I'd give it a go, and I enjoyed it. It was good. It was a good movie. It was decent. Then I watched Last Night in Soho. I've heard a few people talking about this film and liking it, I suppose, and it was okay. It was just like a pretty standard sort of thriller type, psychological thriller type film with a twist in it, and it was okay. It was worth the watch, but I wouldn't rave about it. It was just okay. It was enjoyable enough to get through. And Hellraiser 2. So this is the first time watching Hellraiser 2. I watched the first one maybe a month or so ago, and I enjoyed it. This one was, it was pretty good. Hellraiser 2 was, it was decent. It was. I mean, for its age, I feel like it doesn't really hold up as well as it does now. But it's on today's sort of date. But it was enjoyable for what it was. I do enjoy like my classic sort of horror stuff. Then we got Venom: Let There Be Carnage. So Venom 2. I really enjoyed this movie. I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Some good action. Yeah, it was quite short, but I really enjoyed it. And I sort of plan on picking this one up actually on physical media. I thought it was a pretty good Venom film. Yeah, it's a good film, that one. Enjoyed it. Then we got Maniac Cop. I saw this. I just thought I'd give it a go. I think I heard it. Someone mentioned it that I watched maybe a while ago. I'm picking it up, Maniac Cop. I'm not sure who, but yeah, it just rings a bell. So I saw it on streaming. They have it on Amazon Prime, so I just decided to watch it. And yeah, it was good. It was a pretty good movie. It wasn't too bad. It was sort of, yeah, it was good. It was, essentially like a cop. He's just killing people, and but there's an underlying story about it, and yeah, no, it was fun. It was a pretty good movie. Then we got Brawl in Cell Block 99. This was kind of weird. I saw Vince Vaughn. Since I'm kind of like a Vince Vaughn fan, I decided to go check this one out, and wasn't really my type of movie in terms of what I like to see Vince Vaughn in. I thought it was a bit. I kind of prefer him in his more comedic kind of roles. But it was okay. It was just okay. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but it was alright. Okay, next page. And we watched Guarding Tess. So this was another Nicolas Cage title, a part of my box set that I bought a while ago. And that was, it was okay. It was sort of like a comedic type drama, kind of more on the comedic side. It was kind of fun. It wasn't really that great. It was just okay. I think it's probably not something that I'd go back and watch again, but it was okay. Then I watched The Gambler. So you guys saw that I bought this the imprint release maybe a week or two ago. Really enjoyed this film. I thought it was good. I love the era that it's set in. James Caan done a great job as just this, like, portraying in this role. It was really good. Just the aesthetic of that era, and just just the film, like the camera shots, and just the look. It looks so good, and it was really good to watch. Then I picked up Big. I think, like a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And obviously I rewatched this. I've seen Big before, and it was great, obviously, going back and rewatching that. Then I watched The Thin Red Line. So this was a war film that kind of piqued my interest, and it was quite cheap. I picked it up at JB Hi-Fi, I think. And but I ended up not really enjoying this one. I thought it was a bit average, so it was too slow. There's not really what I was expecting. It was a really slow burn of a movie. I didn't really enjoy it. But yeah, I've got it now, I guess, in the collection. But anyway, then I watched Candyman. So I know there's like an older Candyman film, but yeah. So then we got this one here that I rewatched, or not rewatched, but I watched. It was good. It was actually kind of creepy. Definitely some good horror elements, kind of scary, really good creepy vibes from this one. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And then I watched Chopping Mall. So this was like a 1980s horror flick that I found, and I decided to give it a go. It was okay. It was kind of cheesy, a bit kind of like kind of cheesy horror slasher flick. It was a bit weird, but yeah, it was okay. It was kind of fun, just a bit of fun, something to flick on and watch, really. Then I watched Contagion. This one's a pretty good representation of what's happening in the world right now. I think this is probably the closest movie that I've watched to what's happening on in real life. It's good. It's scary, but like, to think about it, it's actually happened. Like this movie, it's essentially, it's real life. But as far as the movie goes, I like the cast. I enjoy the sort of the premise. I enjoy the kind of the high stakes, and it's scary. Obviously, it's a scary sort of like end of the world flick. So all right, next page and last page. We got Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. So I did pick up my Lord of the Rings box set during the Prime Day sale, and I watched the first film, so I've been going through those at the moment. And I really enjoyed this. This was great to go back and revisit. I've been loving revisiting these movies so far. I've watched The Fellowship and The Two Towers here. But yeah, The Fellowship has been great. It was a great film, obviously. Loved it. Then I watched The Grey Man. So this was a newer release on Netflix, maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. As far as the movie goes, it was okay. The action was alright, but I just felt like it was just nothing new. It just didn't feel fresh. It just felt like a rinse and repeat sort of action movie that we've seen a million times. Some of the moments looked a bit weird. The CGI looked a bit weird. There was a few weird moments, weird visuals that just didn't match up. But it was just okay. I didn't really enjoy it. It was alright. Something that I'm probably not going to watch again. Then I got Miss Marvel here, so I finally got through and finished the Miss Marvel TV show, season 1. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to more Miss Marvel projects in the future, because I actually quite enjoyed this TV show. I think it was probably the best I've seen, the best Marvel TV related show that I've seen, in general. It was good. It was pretty good. It was good. good acting, great action, great story, and everything like that. Lord of the Rings Two Towers, so obviously, as I said, been going through and watching those. Obviously the Two Towers is, I feel like it's just as good as the first movie, I guess, in my opinion. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. Obviously, it was good. Then I got the Rocky box set. So you guys saw this in my Blu-ray update, my latest July Blu-ray update. I got the Rocky box set, so I'm planning to go through these movies. The Rocky franchise. So I rewatched the first movie, and that was really good. That was great. Going back and watching the first movie, and I plan on watching the second movie at least sometime this week. And then we watched The Day After Tomorrow. So I picked this one up, this last month in July. So you guys saw that in my Blu-ray update. I picked up The Day After Tomorrow. We rewatched that one as well, and I really enjoyed it. It was a good movie. It was a lot of fun. Definitely a great disaster film. So I rewatched that, and so that's it. That's what I watched in the month of July. So yeah, there's a few TV shows that I've been keeping up with though that I know on like Letterboxd. For some reason you can't search them. They don't appear on the Letterboxd search bar. TV show wise, I've been watching Supernatural up to season 8 of Supernatural. I've been watching Stranger Things, the latest season of that. Miss Marvel, I've been watching that, and I've been watching Animal Kingdom as well. So yeah, the American adaptation of Animal Kingdom, I've been going through that. They've been releasing a new episode every week, so I've been keeping up with that. But yeah, that's about it in terms of TV shows as well. So thank you guys for watching. That's what I've been watching in the month of July. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of these titles down below. And give me your opinion. If you've seen these movies, what did you think? You don't like them, you like them. I'll see you guys in the next video. You'll be seeing another video like this in the next month. So